Hey there, Team HK fam. Brian here, and I'm going to do a deck profile today of the Crystal Beasts. It's been a long time since I've done one of these, so bringing them out of retirement. Alright, so for starters, we got 2 copies of Rainbow Dragon, 3 copies of Crystal Beast Sapphire Pegasus. Not really a surprise there. Heart and Soul in the deck. 2 copies of Crystal Beast Rainbow Dragon. Freaking awesome. Great searcher. 2 copies of Crystal Beast Ruby Carbuncle. 1 copy of Crystal Beast Amber Mammoth. 1 copy of Crystal Beast Topaz Tiger. 1 copy of Crystal Beast Amethyst Cat. 1 Crystal Beast Emerald Tortoise. 1 Crystal Beast Cobalt Eagle. And finally, 1 copy of Dino Wrestler Pancratops. Rounds out my monsters. Into the spells. Got 3 copies of Crystal Bond. Get the deck moving. 3 copies of Rainbow Bridge of the Heart. This is just such a great card. Gives you an extra normal summon. Gives you searches to your spell cards. Lets you bounce cards. Lets you pop cards. The card is just great. It's the card the Crystal Beast always needed. 3 copies of Rainbow Bridge. Get you into your crystal spell traps. 3 copies of Awakening of the Crystal Ultimates. Better than Beacon, better than Bond, better than Promise. Like this is such a great card. As long as you got a Rainbow Dragon in hand, you can special summon Crystal Beasts from the hand, from the deck, from the graveyard, from the back row, or you can search out your crystal spells. So this is just the best. 2 copies of Golden Rule. Just massive pluses with that. 2 copies of Ancient City Rainbow Ruins. This is a Rainbow Ruins control. 2 copies of Foolish Burial Goods. I've gone round and round with this card on whether I like it or not. At this point, I've come to think of it pretty much as Brilliant Fusion. This is Brilliant Fusion, and this is the Garnet. The thing is I never liked Brilliant Fusion in those builds because you'd get the 1 Brilliant Fusion early, good, but then the other ones become dead draws. That's not quite the case in this deck, so I'm playing 2 of them because I can Foolish Burial Goods actually the Crystal Miracle as well. Just because it has a banishing graveyard effect that can then trigger your Rainbow Bridge of the Heart, so that can be good. But anyway, 2 copies of Foolish Burial Goods works pretty darn well for me. 1 copy of Crystal Blessing, an oldie but goodie because we are running the Rainbow Ruins in here, and this can this is a really good way to just like kind of end the turn and bring just a couple more crystals to the back row. 1 copy of Crystal Beacon. Not quite as good as Awakening. 1 copy of Called by the Grave. And 1 copy of Triple Tactics Talent. That does it for spell cards. Finally, our traps. 1 copy of Crystal Miracle to help helps with that Foolish Burial Goods. It is a counter trap, so spell speed 3, gives you the ability to negate some pretty heinous cards, and yeah, great. Oh, and what I was saying before, if it's in your graveyard, you can banish it to get a crystal into your back row, which you can activate it anytime, and that can trigger your Rainbow Bridge of the Heart, so that's great. Crystal Conclave, great control card. A lot of people think of it as like Crystal Compulse, but if Crystal Beast gets destroyed while this is out, then you get to special summon it, and since you can pop your own crystals with things like Rainbow Bridge of the Heart, Crystal Conclave is just too good not to include in the deck. And then finally, one Rainbow Bridge of Salvation. If this gets sent to the graveyard, you can banish it and add a crystal and a field spell to your hand, so yeah. Really, really good there. And finally, into the extra deck, got one copy of Rainbow Overdragon, one copy of Ultimate Crystal Rainbow Dragon Overdrive. I love this card. One copy of Abyss Dweller, one copy of Gaga Cowboy, just get through time. One copy of Dagaris, one copy of Heartland Drago, one copy of Baguska, one copy of Lightning Chidori. This is the same Lightning Chidori that I've had through all this time. Can't believe I've had this card for so long. One copy of Divine Arsenal AA Zeus. That does it for the Xyz. And then for links, one copy of Nightmare Unicorn, one copy of Saryuja Skulldread, one copy of Cherubini, one copy of Cross Sheep, one copy of World Sea Dragon Zealantis. Oh, I love this card. And finally, one copy of Apollosa, Bow of the Goddess. Between this and Rainbow Ruins, you can have the ability to shut down a player's entire turn, which is absolutely wonderful. Sideboard today, we got one copy of Deco Senka. Probably gonna pick up a couple more of these. Just is really good in Crystal Beast decks because there's not a lot of setting going on. One copy of Necro Valley, side out, one copy of Rainbow Ruins, and put in Necro Valley just to completely shut down graveyard decks. 3 copies of Ghost Bell and Haunted Mansion. Just between the Ghost Girls, this seems to be the one that is going to be the best for our locals. 2 copies of Forbidden Droplet. Self-explanatory. 2 copies of Evenly Matched. 2 copies of Ash Blossom and Winter Cherries. 2 copies of Infinite Impermanence. And then finally 2 copies of Cosmic Cyclone to round it out. But that's it. That's the New Age Crystal Beast deck. Hope you guys enjoyed the profile, and I haven't been enjoying the replays. And yeah, talk to you guys later.